Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am 40 weeks pregnant and this will probably be my last pregnancy update. I'm hoping he doesn't come past a week due, so this will probably be the last time you see me with a bump. Hopefully. I just want him out. I have a couple updates for you, and then I want to share with you everything that I have prepped for myself for my home birth, because yes, I am having a home birth. If you have been watching my other pregnancy updates, you will know that I initially was declined to home birth because my iron levels were super low. Well, I have managed to bring them up a little bit. They're still extremely low and way lower than they should be, way lower than the midwives would like to see. But because they are increasing, they felt a little more comfortable with the home birth. And so we're good to go. I don't have to worry about that. I'm still supplementing with my beef liver capsules and iron and eating as much iron-rich foods as I can. But we're having a home birth if all goes well and nothing's complicated. So I wanted to share with you what I have ready to go for that. Before I do, I'm going to share with you just how the last couple weeks have gone since my last update. I am in the nesting mode. I really don't like that term, but I have just been going crazy getting everything ready. I've been just every day before I go to bed, I mop the floors. I make sure all the dishwasher is loaded, all the dishes are done, the bathroom's clean, the bedrooms are clean, everything's vacuumed. So just so the house is really clean, because nothing is more overwhelming for me than when I have a baby and then my house is chaos. So I want to know that I'm going to have this baby in a very clean and just peaceful environment. I've been keeping a lot of fresh flowers around the house just to keep everything bright and just getting me in a better space. Aside from that nesting mode where I've been trying to prep food and things as well, filling my freezer with just some muffins for the kids and some dinners and things. I've been trying to keep the fridge stocked. But aside from the nesting, how have I been feeling otherwise? Well, I actually had my weight measured for pretty much the first time this pregnancy. I am sitting at 143 pounds. So this is actually one of my lower weights. Most of my other pregnancies, I got a little higher than that. So this is actually the lowest that I've weighed. I don't feel, again, I haven't weighed myself before, so I can't really build off of much, but I don't feel like I have any added fat on me. I think that the weight that I gained, whatever that amount was, I think I was around 125 before, so maybe I gained 18 pounds. I think most of that's baby and placenta and everything, because everything fits me except at the bump. All my clothes fit still and everything. So I'm really happy with that. I wasn't sure how this pregnancy was going to go with the weight gain because I haven't been working out as much. In the early couple months, I was working out really good and really lifting weights and doing all the things that I was doing prior to getting pregnant. But as my iron level started to drop and plummet, my energy got so low and I was getting so dizzy, I couldn't do like up and down motions. I couldn't lift weights anymore. So I hadn't actually done a proper workout in a very long time. So I wasn't sure how my weight was going to go this time around, but I have been eating really good. As far as exercise goes, what I have been doing and have been very religious and consistent about is lots and lots and lots of activity. So for the past 2 months, but more concentrated within the last month, and even more so the past 2 weeks, I have been doing a ton of walks. So every night we go out for an hour walk. It's a pretty brisk walk, and walking around with a watermelon attached to you is the best resistance there is, in my opinion. So just trying to maintain muscle tone, trying to get baby in the right position through the swaying of walking. We've also been doing a lot of hiking, which is a little harder on me, going uphill and over bumps and stuff, but we've been doing hiking. There's a beautiful sportsplex near my house, so we went the other day and I did an hour of tennis, which I was really proud of, that I was able to do that. But either way, we do canoeing. Whatever we do, we are active for at least 1 hour a day of some kind of exercise, plus walking on top of that. So I've been really active. I haven't just been sitting around doing nothing, although I feel like some days that's all I want to do. I am still really dizzy. I am absolutely exhausted, which everybody feels at this stage, and I am at the done stage. I'm at the stage now where I'm so uncomfortable. I'm not sleeping at night. Surprise, surprise. I just feel so restless. I'm taking all my minerals and everything, but it's not that I don't want to say restless leg. I just feel like I can't get in a comfortable position. So I'm flipping from side to side, and it's really hard to sleep. So just feeling exhausted overall. I've been having a lot of anxiety still about labor. So while there's half of me that's like, get this baby out, I just want to be done like with pregnancy. The other half of me is I'm terrified for when labor arrives. And I've had a lot of false alarms, a lot of contractions close together, things like that. So I'm like, maybe it's go time, but then they stop. And then speaking of contractions, the ones that I've been getting are real contractions, although it's false labor. They are real contractions. They're not Braxton Hicks anymore, that I've been feeling at least, but they do wrap around all the way to my back because the way that he's positioned, he's more in a posterior position. So all of that labor is on my back, and it is quite painful. But I do appreciate my body going through these contractions day to day, so that I'm hoping, fingers crossed, my labor is a little bit shorter when the time comes, if I'm doing a little bit of the work day to day, getting my uterus and all that prepped and ready. Aside from that, baby's doing great, super, super active and really healthy, just feeling really good overall. He's a little wild child, like nonstop moving, and my belly's just going crazy. I am feeling really itchy, no new stretch marks, thankfully, but very itchy. And I feel like if he doesn't come soon, I might develop some because my skin is stretched to the max. I'm trying to think of what else. I don't think there's too much else to go over. We did my Group B strep swab, and I tested negative. So I'm so proud about this as well. This is something I've worked on. I was positive with Group B strep for all my children, and I was always recommended to have antibiotics during my labor. I have had about 5.5 year gap between pregnancies, between my last and then this one, and took that time to completely fix my gut, to clean out all the bad pathogens, to just do a lot of intestinal work. And it's obviously paid off because I tested negative for the first time this pregnancy, and I'm really proud of that. So no antibiotics during labor, nothing like that. Otherwise, I think that's everything. If you have any specific questions for me, put them in the comments. I am ready to go. One thing I will start with before I show you what I have is kind of what I've done for the bedroom to prep. Because we're doing a home birth, what I've done is I've taken my top sheets off my bed. I have a mattress protector that I always have on my bed. And then on top of that, I put beautiful, fresh, organic linen sheets that I just washed. Beautiful sheets on top. Then I put another mattress protector on top of that, just so it's like waterproof or leak proof to protect the sheets underneath. I then, on top of that mattress protector, put my regular sheets. So what the plan is after the home birth, if I do have the baby at home, we're going to take off my top sheet and the mattress protector, and then underneath will be my freshly washed organic sheets, so that we have a clean, comfortable bed to be in after birth. All right, so I have a few things here that are ready to go that the midwives have requested to have on hand for a home birth. So a couple things that I have are some fresh pillowcases. These are like an ivory organic cotton pillowcase. I have these here, and these are going to go on our pillows right after labor's done. So all the sweating that I do and everything, that'll come off, and we're gonna have fresh pillowcases for postpartum, and then also a blanket. So these are more for me. But I have a hot water bag, which I will be using on my back because I do get back labor, and this does help so much. I also have some receiving blankets for baby when he is born. And then I just have some like older rough towels that I don't mind if they get stained or anything like that. They just requested to have some towels on hand. I had them for my last home birth and never used them, but they're here just in case. And then I have some Ziploc bags, which they do use to put the placenta in and discard it. So I have those ready to go for them. And then last but not least, just a basic stainless steel baking tray or baking sheet, which they actually like to have on hand. They don't use it unless they need to, but they like to have it on hand if something's happening with baby and they need like a surface to put him on to check him out. So that's ready to go. So that's the first initial stash of things. Now I also have a couple other things. The midwives give you a birth bag when you have a home birth. So I'm going to show you what's in that birth bag, just some more supplies that they potentially use. The first thing is a tarp, which my last birth I didn't use because I had my own sheets and my own not a drop cloth, my own mattress protector and stuff. So I didn't use it, but there is a tarp here for whatever you need. They also do have some garbage bags in here as well, just so that after birth you just gather everything, throw it in a garbage bag and dump it, and it's done, and you're just left with a clean home. They have some of these pads here and changing things for baby. We also have just some like washcloths and little things for the baby as well that are in this bag. And then they include one of these bottles. These are the squirt bottles, just so you can rinse after when you're going to the washroom. And then there's just a couple more large pads. And they have the cool ice pack as well. So this is what you will literally stick in your underwear after birth to cool everything down after what your body just went through. So that's what the midwives will give you. And then the last thing is I have some extra stuff as well. So before I show you this last box of things, what I also have that's not going to be shared here are things that I don't need to have in a box ready to go. Obviously, all of my skincare products, my clothes postpartum, like what I'll wear, things like that, what my baby's gonna wear, all of that is just in our wardrobes. It's ready to go, but I don't need to have that in a box, so that's not shown here. These are just things that we need for the actual birth itself, not postpartum necessarily, except for maybe things like this, which is the underwear. So my sister-in-law actually recommended these because I'd never used these before, but they are the Freedom Mom disposable postpartum underwear. I have not used them, but she swore by them and just said they're so much easier because you wear this huge pad and it's easier to just take everything off and dump it all. But it's literally like boyfriend shorts or like boxers. They don't seem like they'd be comfortable, but she says that they are very comfortable and they're super stretchy. They kind of hold everything in. So I just got one pack just for the first couple days when the bleeding's a little heavier. There are 8 boy short underwears in here. So one thing I will say, I don't love the smell. They do kind of smell a little toxic, which I'm not loving, but got these reusable or disposable underwear. And then in my little box here, this is actually from my sister, so she saved me having to go out and buy all this stuff. She just recently had a baby as well. I have some Advil and Tylenol, which I am not planning on using because if you guys know, I'm holistic and I don't believe in, not that I don't believe in it, I don't like to use medications if I don't have to, just because of the side effects, but I have them here if I need them. I have homeopathics that I'm going to try first for pain relief, for the contractions postpartum and things like that. If I feel like they're not helping enough, then I will definitely be taking these. I'm not going to try to be a hero after going through almost a year of pregnancy and then labor. So don't worry, I have them on hand, but I'm going to try to not use them. In this box as well that I have almost done, it's just a bunch more of those pads that the midwives provided in their home kit. There's also a couple ice packs in this box here. I don't know if I can open it, but it's just a box of those perineal ice packs. So the midwives give you one. My sister actually just gave me a box. It's for the Freedom Mom instant maxi pads, instant ice maxi pads. So that's what's in this box. And that's about it for what we have ready for the birth. The day of, or night of, whenever it happens, I also have a bunch of snacks ready to go. So I have trail mix, homemade muffins, things like that I'm going to put out on our table for the midwives to snack on and also for myself when I'm feeling hungry. And then, like I said, all of our products that we need, like baby's diapers, wet wipes, his clothes, his shampoos, all my clothes and everything, that's all in our rooms and available. So I don't need to have it ready. I just have this stuff out for the midwives so that they can kind of come in and have what they need for the actual birthing process. I think that's everything to update you guys on. The last thing I wanted to share, because I did get some questions on how natural I'm going with this birth. So I don't obviously do medications or anything. I did decide that if I feel I need it, I will go ahead with the sterile water injections. I thought I would try them out this time around. They do make me nervous because I've watched some videos on women getting them and they do seem quite painful, but I thought I would give it a try. So that's on there. We are going to be declining the antibiotic eye cream or eye drops that they give to the baby post birth because they're for STDs and we don't have any, thankfully. So we don't need those. Trying to limit the antibiotic exposure. But also we're doing delayed cord clamping, excuse me. I don't know for how long. I'm not like set on a specific time, but I just don't want them to cut the cord right away. So we'll just have baby sitting on mommy. And also the placenta, normally they give you a shot of like oxytocin or something like that to help the placenta come out quicker. I am just gonna try to let the placenta come out on its own time. So try to prevent that shot or injection of that as well, unless it's needed, of course. So we're just gonna kind of let the body do its thing this time, not do anything that's unnecessary, no unnecessary interventions, and see what happens. All my labors overall, like baby was healthy. There weren't insane complications in the sense of needing quick emergency interventions or anything, thankfully, aside from my first where we had to have the vacuum and things like that. So I'm just hoping this time around goes quick and smooth and baby's healthy. For postpartum, baby will be getting probiotics daily. I'll probably make another video on this, but he will be getting probiotics daily. I am taking probiotics as well. I'm also taking vitamins D and K, so that'll pass through the breast milk, hopefully to some degree. I'm taking my multivitamins and things like that. So I'm sure everything will go well there. And then as far as breastfeeding goes, I am hoping and praying that it goes well this time, because if you've been a longer follower of mine, you know that it was not going well with my other ones. I had a really bad milk supply because of my hormonal imbalance. All my kids had tongue ties, so they just were not latching well. It was excruciatingly painful. They were not getting enough food. It was the whole thing. So we're going to see how it goes this time. Since I have had a gap between my other pregnancies, I'm hoping that working on my health so much is really balancing my hormones a little more is going to help with my milk supply and things like that. And hopefully he doesn't have tongue tie. So we will see. I am not planning on breast pumping. I've done that enough and it drove me nuts. It led me to depression. It was not fun. So, I mean, if I have to pump for a bottle here or there, I'm fine. But if it's a point of they're not nursing and I'm just pumping, trying to keep my supply up, I'm not going to be doing that. So I'm going to just kind of transition them to the organic formula. So I'll update you guys on all of that. We don't know how anything's going to go until he's here, which I, of course, will make a video on how my labor and delivery went, and then, of course, how breastfeeding and all that's going. So I'll keep you guys posted. But that's it for now, everyone. I'm going to show you the bump. I almost forgot. I will show you the bump, and then I will end the video. It's really big. I feel like it's huge. I hope that the camera's not too close so you guys can see. But this is the bump from the front. I'm kind of like squatting down a little bit because if I stand up straight, it'll be too close. But here's the bump from the front. Here's the bump from the side. To me, he feels so big. I know everyone always just says my bump is so small, but I feel him like he's huge. This is from the other side, and he really dropped down a lot as well. So there we have it. All right, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I am so ready to be done, and I'm hoping the next video I film, he's here in my arms with me because I'm ready for that. Have a beautiful summer. I'm officially on maternity leave, so feeling good. And I will see you guys in the next video.